Hey knitters, welcome back to Rena Knits. In this week's video, we're going to be learning a new pattern, a pattern which makes an oil lamp. This is perfect for the season to bring hope for the present as well as for the future. This particular pattern is great for any project, whether it's for a sweater, for a dress, even if it's for a blanket or a scarf. It can look wonderful. You could either create just one big one or several oil lamps in a row. That is up to you. But enjoy creating this particular pattern. This pattern is such that you will be working on subtracting and adding the color scheme, both on the right side as well as on the wrong side. Now let's start off by adding the blue. So we know that this is a 11 stitch pattern, and I am creating two diyas or two oil lamps on here. I have 22 plus 10, 32 plus 1, 33 stitches. So I have 33 stitches right here. So I know that on both sides I'm going to have 5 each. And then I'm going to have 11 and 11, and then 1 in the middle. So then if you look at 11, the first 5 stitches that are going to be of the blue color, the first number of stitches that are going to be blue are going to be 5. So if you do 2, 4, 5, that's just this part, the border. Then you have 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and you take the 5 in the middle, 3, 4, 5. So you know that on either side you're going to have 3 stitches. So you just do the math that way. So you're going to knit 8 stitches in white. Then you're going to add in the blue and knit 5. And then you're going to do the same thing for the next oil lamp. So that way then you're able to calculate it that going forward. So row number 1. After you have knit a few rows of the same color, if you want to start a little higher in your project, row number 1, you're going to knit 8 in white, and then 3. So the first 5 for the border, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to add 5. So you're adding this new color on the right side of your project. So I usually leave a bit of extra yarn before and then continue. And then as I am knitting, I take this yarn and wrap it around and take it in. But I also, because I'm going to be using white again, I bring this forward as well and do it that way. So that way it's not too far, so it's more clean look on the wrong side. And that's what I want. So once you've knit 5, you again move back to your white yarn or the other yarn. And you know you needed to knit 3 to get the 11. Then you know you have the 1 extra. And again now, because you're only doing 11, you're going to knit 3. And then you're going to bring in your other yarn. Now, because I have 2 like this, what I do is I take the yarn from the wrong side. I take the yarn, so I've used the yarn that's wrapped out in the front, but then I take the yarn that's stuffed inside, so that way then I'm not cutting the yarn and I'm just using it this way and continuing it. So I just have to watch how it wraps around, but other than that, it's pretty much that way. I wrap these around so the yarn keeps coming forward and the other one tightens up. and then I start again and finish off with my white yarn. So I finished knitting the row with my white yarn. So this way you started adding the color to get this part moving forward. So now on the wrong side, you're gonna do is purl all the way through, but you're gonna add an extra blue on either side of your oil lamps. So you're gonna knit 2 extra blue stitches on either side. For row 2, we're gonna purl because we're gonna do stockinette pattern, but we're gonna add 1 color each on either end. So row 2, you're gonna purl the first 5, then you're gonna purl 2, and you're gonna increase on either side by 1 of the other color, and you're gonna knit the 5 that you already had. Then you're gonna knit the remaining 5 that you already had. Don't forget to bring your white along because you're gonna be knitting that as well. And you're gonna increase by 1. And then you're going to start knitting the remaining 2 as white. I'm going to just take this along so it locks up. Then you're going to knit that 1 that's going to be the center division, and now you're starting the next oil lamp. So you're going to purl 2, and then you're going to bring that color. You're going to knit 1 of the different color, and then knit the remaining 5 that you already had. Don't forget to keep bringing the white along. And then you're going to knit 1 extra, and again you're going to knit 2. You're going to purl 2 that are white, and then purl the 5 that are your border. Now row 3. Now for row 3 is where you're going to have the 3 white in the middle. So we're going to knit 5. We're going to knit 1. And we're going to again increase 1 with the other color. We're going to keep tagging along the white, and then we're going to knit 2 more of the blue color, but now we're going to knit 3 in the middle white. And then we're going to do this, we're going to repeat so it's symmetrical on both sides. So we're going to knit 2 that are already blue, and we're going to add 1. So we have 3 blue and 3 on either side of 3 white that are in the middle. And then we're going to knit 1, and again, now we're starting the other oil lamp, so we're going to just knit 1, and then we're going to increase 1 by white, by 1 blue. So we're going to knit this 1 blue and 2 more that are going to be blue. Then we're going to knit 3 white, and then again we're going to knit 3 blue. So 2 that are already blue, and then 1 extra that is going to be blue. And then we're going to have 1 part of the pattern that's going to be white, and then the 5 that are your border that are going to be knit. So this is how it looks so far. Now row 4. Now for row 4, we're not going to add any more new blue, but we're going to do it slightly different now. So we want to get this part moving up. So we want to get this part going up, and then these 2 parts that are going like this. So for this one, again, this is the purl side. So row 4 is purl. We're going to purl 5, which are our border on either side. Then we're going to purl 1. Now we're going to purl 2. Then we're going to purl this blue white, and then the 3 that were white, we're going to purl them blue. And then this blue one, we're going to purl white. And the remaining 2 blue are going to stay blue. And then again, we're going to purl 1, that was going to be white, purl 1 white, that is our division, and we're on the opposite oil lamp now. So in this one, we're going to purl 1 that is white, because we're not adding any new stitches as blue, and then we're going to purl 2 blue. Going to make this one white, and then we're going to make the 3 white into blue, then we're going to make this blue into white, and the remaining 2 blue will stay blue, and the remaining 6 will stay white, and we're going to just purl them through. Now row 5. Now if you notice this pattern right here, and if you measure to this time we need 2 of these right here. So again, in this row, we're not adding extra blues, we're just working with what we have. So we're going to knit the 6 white as white, then we're going to knit 1 blue, we're going to knit this 1 white, and then we're going to knit this white as blue. So that's 1, and the 3 are going to stay blue, 2, 3, 4, and then this white is also going to be another blue. This blue is going to turn into white, and then this blue is going to stay blue, and then the remainder will stay white. And now we're on to the next oil lamp. So this is going to stay white. The first blue will stay blue. The second stitch that's blue will change to white, and then we're going to have next 5 stitches that will be blue. So the white will turn to blue, the 3 will stay blue, and this white again will turn into blue. Then this stitch will turn to white, and this blue will stay blue, and the remaining stitches you will knit white. There we go. Now we're on row 6, which is the wrong side. So here we're going to purl. For row 6, basically you're just going to increase one on either side with the blue color, and everything else will stay blue or white as is. So we're going to purl 5, which are our border. Now we're going to increase this one by 1 blue, and then blue will stay blue, white will stay white, and all the blues will stay blue. Just tagging the white along, and then white will stay white, blue will stay blue, and we're going to increase 1 by 1 blue, and then this one is the division of the 2 oil lamps, and now we're doing the second oil lamp. So this one will increase 1 on the side by blue, blue will stay blue, white will stay white, and all the blues will stay blue. And tagging along the white, and then this white will stay white, this blue will stay blue, and then we're going to increase by 1, then the remaining 5 will stay white. So now working on row 7. For this row, we're going to change these 2 here to white. 7 in the middle are going to be blue, and the last 2 will be white again. So we're going to knit 5 white to start off with. Then we're going to knit the first 2 that are blue white, and the next 7 stitches will be blue. So here's my 7 stitches that are blue. Now these 2 are going to be white, and then that covers that particular oil lamp. And now we're going to move to the second oil lamp. This white in the middle is always the division, so this one's going to stay white. And here again, the 2 on either side are going to be white, and then 7 in the middle are going to be blue. And it ends right here with this one changing into blue. And my last 2 blue stitches are going to turn to white. And the remaining 5 will be white. As you can see here. So now we're at a point that we're going to start decreasing and creating the flame of the fire in an oil lamp. So for this row, for row 8, we're going to start decreasing by 1 on either side. So we're going to knit 5 white, we're going to purl 5 white, and then we're going to purl the 2 that we changed to white, but then we're going to add 1 more because we're going to decrease 1 on either side, the blues, so we're going to decrease. So now we're on the second oil lamp. Here we're going to purl the 2 that are white, we're going to add 1 more white to that from either end by 1, and now we're going to purl the remaining in the middle. And then again on this side we're going to decrease 1 blue into white. So we're going to change that 1 blue to white. We're going to purl the 2 that we had changed before, that's 3, and then 1 extra, that's the division. Everything in the middle is going to remain blue. But on the other side, we're also going to decrease the 1 blue and make it into a white. And then remaining 5 plus the 2, we're going to purl white. And then we're on to row 9. Again, we're going to decrease by 1 on either side. So right now we have 2 to 4, 5 stitches that are blue in the middle. At the end, we should have 3 that are blue in the middle. So we're going to decrease again on either side by 1, the color on either side by 1. So let's knit all the whites white. And we're going to increase this by 1 more. So we're going to knit this white, and then we're going to knit 3 in the middle that are going to be blue, and then again knit this side white, and again we're going to knit all whites. We're moving on to, this is our middle point, We're moving to the second oil lamp, and here we're going to knit the three whites white, and we're going to add one more to that from other side. We're going to have 3 in the middle that are going to be blue, and then these ones remainder stitches are all white. Here you go. You could see the flame starting to be made right here. So you see the flame right here. It's starting to develop right here. Now, it depends on you how long or short you want this flame to be at this point. Row 10, we're basically going to knit all the whites white and knit all the blues blue. We're not decreasing any. So we're going to just knit, purl all the whites white and purl all the blue blues. So no decreasing and just following through. And here we're moving to the second oil lamp. And we're finishing off. And you're finishing off the row by purling all white. Last row for the pattern, row 11, we decrease by 1 again on other side. So you should be left with just one that is blue. So you're going to knit all white till you get to the blue portion, the other color portion. And here you're going to decrease on other side by 1. And you're going to keep knitting till you get to your next oil lamp, and you're going to repeat. You're going to decrease other side by 1. And you're going to knit this. And you're going to finish your row by knitting all white. So if you notice, this is where we stand. So your row 12 is basically going to be all white all the way through. So that way then you finish up the oil lamp. Now if you wanted to make this flame a little bigger, what you would do is decrease every other row. So rather than here I had shown decrease from other end on every row, but you could start decreasing on every other row to make this particular flame a little bigger. So that one is up to you how you want to showcase this. But this is basically how your oil lamp would look. And you could continue with this pattern. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. And if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to get the latest videos on knitting projects, knitting ideas, knitting patterns, and much more. Relax, enjoy, and keep knitting.